Let's turn to Mr. Howe to get some info about a few things we need to work on during our first Mustang Room days.
Hey there, Mustangs, and welcome to your Mustang Room. For those who don't know, Mustang Room is an advisory class, a lot like your home-based classroom. During your schedule, you'll have your classes changed at the quarters or semester marks, except for your Mustang Room. That will be the same throughout the entire school year, and if you're a 7th grader, it will be the same throughout the entire year and through your 8th grade year. So get comfortable there and make sure that you use that as a great support for keeping yourself organized and on the ball while in junior high school. During these first 2 days, we're going to have a little bit longer Mustang Rooms because we have some things to get organized. One of which is your Westlake STEM binder. Now, each one of you will actually get a binder that looks just like this during your Mustang Room today and get a chance to start putting it together and organizing it. That's what we want to do together right now. I can't stress enough the importance of the Westlake STEM binder. This is something that you should have with you every period, every day, all year long. It's a big difference going from an elementary environment to a junior high or high school environment, because all of a sudden you don't just have one teacher or one classroom to keep straight. You have many. You've got many balls to keep juggling in the air, and it can be a little bit of a challenge. It can be very difficult to keep yourself organized, and the binder will help you with that. The first thing that should go in your binder is a pencil pouch. You'll each get a pencil pouch like this. It should have 2 pencils in it. You can also buy automatic pencils at the Mustang Market, which is open on Fridays. But a writing utensil should always be stored there. There should never be an incident where you have to wonder how you're going to write or if you don't have a pencil, because the pencil pouch is a great place to store it. Next, and this is a critical one, you should have your Westlake STEM planner. This is last year's edition, but of course each of you will have the 2018-2019 edition. It's yellow, that will go into your binder. These planners are so helpful if you use them. When you go into them, you've got a different box for every single period of every single day of the entire year. Our sharpest students are the ones who use this religiously. That means every single period of every single day, you open this up and you write something down. Specifically, your objective or your essential learning standard for that class period. What were you learning? So that when you get home later in the day, you can remember, oh yeah, that's what we were working on in that class. The other is any assignments or homework should be written down inside your planner. Again, fill that out every period, every day. Our teachers are going to remind you and encourage you, but even if they don't, this is something that you can be accountable to yourself and make sure that you are getting it filled out every period, every day. The next one should be a clear sheet protector. Now, when you first get this sheet protector, and you only get one per binder, you might wonder what it's for, and it's actually to insert your school disclosure statement in it. The disclosure statement is going to be a document you fill out a little bit the first few days, but then more than anything, you'll simply refer to it. It will have all of your teachers' names on there. It'll have all your teachers' email addresses, because they're going to supply those for you. It'll have the grading scale for our proficiency-based grading model, even a citizenship grading scale. On the back, there will be the expectations for our school, our being curious, respectful, accountable, zero quitting you. In addition to that, you can have some notes written down for each of your classes. So instructions your teacher gives you about how that class will run, you can write that down directly on your disclosure statement. You'll get a new one for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, but throughout the entire first quarter, this is the document you'll use. That's why it goes in a sheet protector. Put that right after your planner. And the next thing in your binder should be the packet of 5 dividers. They have tabs on them. There are 5 specifically because you have 5 class periods. You want one of these tabs for each of your class periods. Now, the binders intentionally don't have pockets on the front and back covers. The reason for that is because every single paper you use in a class needs to be organized immediately. Hopefully they come with 3 holes punched. If they don't, then there are 3 hole punches in every single classroom. Get the 3-hole punch those holes in, and put it in the correct section. I can't say it enough. Those who get organized and follow this system find themselves staying afloat in junior high, and those who don't struggle a lot more. So this is a really important organization principle that you want to do. So that goes in next. You can also put in, if you have some of your own or some from a teacher that is willing to share it with you, just some spare paper. And I'm going to put a little bit of my spare paper here just in the back. That's it. That is the all-important Westlake STEM binder. We hope to see you with those in the hallways. Thank you, Mustangs. Another thing you'll focus on during your first 2 Mustang Room days is getting all of your Chromebooks checked out. At Westlake STEM, we are privileged to be able to have a 1-to-1 student to Chromebook deployment. So that means we actually check out a Chromebook to you, just as we would a textbook at the start of the school year that you get to use throughout the entire school year. Now, there are some important things you need to be aware of on this. First off, you are accountable for that Chromebook. Most Chromebooks, each of these Chromebooks, I should say, average about $200 when you have all the kit included, plug and case. So you do need to take very good care of them. If they're lost or damaged, you are responsible for them. You will have 3 things to your kit. One is a Westlake STEM carrying case. Looks just like this right here. It's got the logo on the front. It actually has on the back a slot for a name card. You'll actually get a second ID badge later in the week, and that you will actually insert right in to your Chromebook case. You'll also get the Chromebook itself. For our 8th graders, it's probably the same Chromebook that you received last year, which is your incentive, by the way, 7th graders, to make sure you take very good care of your Chromebooks because you're going to be using it for the next 2 years. And finally, you will have a charger. Now, these are very important because you need to keep your Chromebooks juiced up, and you want to make sure you have them with you at all times. Something important to note is that we make sure we do not have anything other than the plug in the Chromebook case pocket. That's just for the plug. Please do not store anything else there. Pencils and things like that should go in your pencil pouch in your binder. That's it. That right there is your Chromebook kit. You got a Chromebook, you've got a case, and you have a plug. After you have had your Chromebook checked out to you, you will need to go online to a Google form, the link of which is on our Mustang Room page, and fill it out to identify which Chromebook you have. Of course, we've got that checked out to the library as well, but also to let us know what state your Chromebook is when you received it. There's a few questions on that Google form that will allow you to take an inventory of how the Chromebook was when it was checked out to you. That's it. Those are our Chromebooks. Take good care of them and put them to good use. Thank you, Mustangs.